How much should you put in an emergency fund? Let's talk about it. Emergency funds can really save the day if you need them, but it can be tough to know how much to save. According to a popular rule of thumb, you should aim for between 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. But in some circumstances, you may want to save up to 12 months of living expenses. You're not alone if that sounds a lot, but you don't need to save it all at once. Most financial experts recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses available for emergencies. That's a pretty wide range. Knowing which end of the range to target depends on several factors. Saving 3 to 4 months worth of expenses might be enough if you're relatively healthy, you don't have much debt, you live in a low cost of living area, you rent and your car is reliable, you could easily find a job if you lose your current one, you don't have kids or dependents, your job is very stable, or you have a partner or other family you can rely on for financial assistance. Saving closer to 6 months worth of expenses is recommended if you live in a high cost of living area. It'd be hard for you to find a job if you lose your current one. You own your home, your job isn't very stable, you have children, a stay-at-home spouse, pets, and or other dependents you support, you have a medical condition, or you lack a financial support network. Then you might consider a year's worth living expenses if you have a high income, you have a niche position or specialized job that might require relocation or extra time to replace, you are the sole provider to multiple dependents, or you're retired or nearing retirement. A lot of people will choose a blend of these three. But if you see more potential for risk in your life, consider saving more versus less. So how do you build an emergency fund? Calculate how much your emergency fund should have and take steps to fund it. Number 1, set a savings goal. Determine how many months of expenses to save, between 3 and 6 months, based on your personal circumstances and risk factors. Number 2, calculate 1 month's worth of expenses. When calculating expenses, only tally up things you'd still pay for in an emergency, like rent, groceries, and bills. Leave out optional expenditures like travel and dinners out. Number 3, calculate the dollar amount of your savings goal. Multiply your monthly expenses by the number of months you want to save. For example, if you want to save 4 months of expenses and 1 month expenses are $2,000, your target is an $8,000 emergency fund. Number 4, automate your savings. If you automate savings, you're more likely to succeed. Decide how much you can afford to save each month, then set up automatic deposits into your savings account from your checking account after you get paid. And number 5, capitalize on savings opportunities. If you come across other money such as a tax refund, side hustle income, or even a $20 bill in the parking lot, deposit it into your emergency fund to reach your goals sooner. Now don't get flustered if your goal seems difficult to reach. Just remember that you don't need it all immediately or even next year. It's better to think of your emergency fund as an ongoing process like your retirement savings account. Then once you do reach it, you'll have extra money each month to put towards other goals. An emergency fund is designed to protect you from common worst-case financial scenarios such as a job loss. For many, 3 to 6 months worth of expenses provides ample time to find another job, even if it's just a temporary holdover or part-time gig while continuing to look for work. Emergency funds are also designed to protect against smaller emergencies such as a sick pet, home repairs, a broken down car, surprise medical billing, and others. If you don't have enough money to take care of a real problem, you could be forced to go into debt or worse. Besides, it's always better to earn interest in a savings account than pay interest to a lender. Your emergency fund is designed to keep you safe in a financial emergency, and only you can determine what that amount is. Remember, you don't need it all at once right away. Working slowly towards your goal is fine, as long as you're making progress. So what are your thoughts? How much do you have saved up? If you like this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. I talk about money and everything related to it, so don't miss out. And as always, take care of your money.